Hello. Thank you for taking the time to learn about Skill Explorer, the new Wisconsin job search. This webinar is hosted by the Wisconsin Department of Workforce Development. This portion of the webinar has been pre-recorded and made available for future viewing. During this webinar, you will hear about the new Skill Explorer online application. We will begin with an introduction from Secretary Newsom, who will provide a brief overview of this innovative new tool.
Welcome everyone. I really appreciate everyone taking the opportunity to join us today to talk about this. I'm really thrilled to have the opportunity to talk about Skill Explorer. This is a brand new product that the department has developed to help job seekers and universal job seekers find employment opportunities. We've been working on this tool for the better part of a year now, developing it, listening to stakeholders, doing focus groups, and getting input on this new resource. This is an opportune time to roll out this tool, because it will help support and enhance job seekers in their efforts and initiatives underway at DWD to continue to connect job seekers to development job opportunities in the marketplace. John Westbury has been the champion of this tool, and before I turn it over to him, I'd like to say a few words. We continue to hear from employers and workers and job seekers that have a hard time finding one another, and we continue to hear from employers that they are continuing to having a hard time finding individuals in occupations that have a high demand in the marketplace and a lot of job openings at this current time. Skill Explorer is an effective, well-based tool that will address these issues and challenges. Skill Explorer will help job seekers look for opportunities in career fields that share common skills, but also help job seekers think about searching for jobs not only based on occupational titles, but on common skill sets and requisite requirements and competencies across jobs. It will help expand the opportunities for job seekers in thinking about employment opportunities. We're preparing to introduce this new website to the public soon, and your role and success of this will be critical. We need you to learn about this new tool, familiarize yourself with the functionality of it, and also direct job seekers to it once it's up and running. We need you to think about the assessment of individual job seekers and employers that are looking to find one another, and this tool will be paramount to that moving forward. I will now turn it over to John Westbury, who will demonstrate the new tool.
Thank you, Secretary Newsom. This portion of the webinar will be segmented into two parts. The first will be allocated to giving some background and context to the forthcoming Skill Explorer, and the second will be a demonstration of the Explorer itself. Job search by occupational title alone is extremely limiting. The results of a keyword or job title search are narrowly focused upon openings that correspond to specific occupational titles. The problem with this strategy of search is that it omits related job postings sharing similar skills with the initial occupation. Here, the Venn diagram visualizes skill overlap between the titles of welder, metalworker, and assembler. If a job seeker with a background in welding searched for a job using the title of welder, they would miss out on current job postings for skill-related occupations they may want to also consider. The bottom line is that the job seeker misses seeing job postings that they may be qualified for. An alternative method of job search would be to identify additional skill-sharing occupations and then use this information to increase the job search results. The problem with this is that it is informationally expensive. In order to effectively work, this alternate method requires a job seeker to understand the convoluted nomenclature of occupational titles, the presence of skill sharing between occupations, and the degree of skill sharing. The Skill Explorer is an exciting new tool that offers information to users regarding the meaning of occupational titles, the degree of skill sharing, and a direct link to live job orders. The measure of skill sharing used in the Explorer is a lateral one. The application defines skills as a conglomerate of skills, knowledge, and work activities. These constructs are things that job seekers have current ownership of. The key value of the Explorer is that it identifies potential opportunities based upon current capabilities. Before I go on, I'd like to stress that the Skill Explorer has potential to benefit employers as well as job seekers. Candidate search by occupation title is just as limiting as job search. If an employer is experiencing a difficult time finding specific candidates within their incumbent workforce, it may benefit them to identify additional skill-related occupation titles to widen their candidate searches with. We see the Skill Explorer as being a complementary tool to be used by a wide variety of customers, job seekers, hiring managers, and our stakeholders engaged in workforce development can find traction from the information provided by the application. To be clear, the Skill Explorer is a complementary tool used in job search. The application can be used in conjunction with other methods of job search to gain perspective and widen the net of job postings for consideration. The Explorer can also be used with models of vertical occupation mobility, like career pathways, where career advancement is predicated on changing educational attainment. Through the course of this project, DWD leadership challenged the design to emphasize a straightforward and meaningful user experience. As part of that process of product development, we conducted 3 external focus groups across the state. The focus groups were held in Madison, Milwaukee, and Green Bay. Our goal from the focus groups was to test proof of concept through surveys and dialogue with both job seekers and workforce development practitioners. In particular, we were focused on how our customers rated the usability, feasibility, and overall utility of the application. Usability refers to the user experience of the application. Feasibility refers to whether a user would consider exploring a skill-related occupation. Overall utility refers to the overall impression of the application to the user. This slide depicts the results of respondents to the question of is the application easy to use. 98% of total respondents found the application easy to use, and 95% of job seeker respondents found the application easy to use. The Explorer presents a list of skill-related occupations based upon a user search. These occupations represent potential additional opportunities for a job seeker to consider, in addition to their primary job search. As such, the question of feasibility is a critical one. A very positive result, 75% of job seeker respondents considered looking at other occupations based on the information provided in the Skill Explorer application. As you can see, overall, 95% of respondents found the application to be useful and usable. This is the cover page of the Skill Explorer. The text box in the middle of the page is a keyword search that helps users triangulate in on the occupational titles they are interested to explore on. The orange and black Skill Explorer icon, or the link below it at upper left, can be used at any time to navigate back to the home page. At the upper right of each page is a page-specific help content link. We wanted to create cues for users so they could clearly identify the sequence of entering in an occupation and exploring job opportunities. Once a user clicks on the keyword search, there is a check in the first box and highlighting to identify the first sequential step. We will use the example of automotive mechanic. Job orders are organized by an at times obtuse occupational code system. Job seekers, however, use intuitive keywords to get job opening data. The keyword matches provide a bridge to link user intuition to the technical occupational titles. This provides a way to align someone's interests with the matching technical occupation title. The gain of this is to widen the net of job orders to be as large and specific as possible. Once a user selects an occupational title from the keyword list, the exploration process of the Skill Explorer begins. This page is called the Skill Match Summary. It displays skill-matched occupation titles to the occupation selected from the keyword search. A description of each occupation title can be had by hovering the cursor over the title. In the middle of the screen is a display of the original occupation title. Adjacent to each occupation title is a bar depicting skill relevance. This is a representation of how close the skill match is between occupations. The source occupation is 100% matched to itself. In descending order in terms of skill match, other occupation titles are displayed. Each occupation title is related back to the original by a green bar, or skill relevance. Additional useful features are present on this page as well. Typical earnings, typical education required, and a count of real-time job openings are adjacent to each occupational title. This information allows for a high-level evaluation of other occupations which may be of interest to the user. Here we can see that heavy equipment mechanics and equipment repairers each have a 76% match to automotive mechanics, and very importantly, they pay more. In the focus groups, job seekers were very interested in clicking on the links to job openings. This page is called the Open Jobs page. It depicts links to real-time job openings for all job orders corresponding to a specific occupation. Job orders are listed by order of posting date and contain company, location, and wage data as available. We know that job seekers need the ability to regionalize their job searches, so we created a drop-down county selection tool that helps folks stratify their search to a specific county. The source of the job postings includes Job Center of Wisconsin and also Help Wanted online data. To provide additional information on the source of job postings, we implemented modal window displays to give users perspective on the source of job order data. The job seeker needs to exercise good judgment and caution when applying to jobs. This includes not providing credit card or banking information for any job posted. Unfortunately, we cannot completely control what is posted through these services. There will be instances when postings may have expired. The content of the Skill Explorer can be navigated to by using the breadcrumbs in the blue bar beneath the header. Navigating back to the Skill Match Result page, we will explore some of the other content within the application. From the Skill Match summary, job seekers may want to explore similar skill-related jobs. Here, we will click on Heavy Equipment Mechanics. This page is called the Overview page. It shows some of the versatility of the Skill Explorer. In addition to being used to find job openings, the Explorer can also be used as a career exploration tool. Occupation descriptions, typical occupation tasks, and occupational requirements such as apprenticeship, licensure, and education can be viewed from this page. Remember that we began our exploration of an automotive mechanic and navigated to a heavy equipment mechanic. In this page, there is an earnings comparison between the two occupations. Mean earnings are displayed in blue for automotive mechanics and in green for heavy equipment mechanics. Directly above the earnings comparison is a View Wages link. This link shows data regarding mean earnings for the occupation in the state and the nation. At right, we see a middle range for earnings. The lower bound of the range is the 25th percentile of the earnings distribution. The upper bound is the 75th percentile of the earnings distribution. The 25th percentile is closer to expected occupational earnings for an entry-level worker than mean earnings. The 75th percentile is closer to expected occupational earnings for an experienced worker. A marquee item on this page is the map. This map can be used to view current openings by county. As you mouse over the map, you can see the county name identified. Each of the counties can then be clicked on to view job openings for that specific region. A second way to navigate the content of the Explorer is to click on the gray tabs at the upper left side of the page. If we click on the Skills and Education tab, we see what skills drive the 76% match between automotive mechanics and heavy equipment mechanics. The Venn diagram depicts the 76% match between the two occupations. Directly below the graph are the most important common skills between the occupations. As we can see, quality control analysis, repairing, operation control, and equipment maintenance are 4 important skills that are shared between automotive mechanics and heavy equipment mechanics. At right, we can see the skill and knowledge gaps between the occupations. This list displays skills and knowledges that are important to heavy equipment mechanics, but less utilized by automotive mechanics. In this case, we see that troubleshooting, management of personnel resources, and management of material resources are 3 skills and knowledges that are more heavily utilized by heavy equipment mechanics than automotive mechanics. The Skill Explorer is an exciting tool that offers valuable information to users regarding the meaning of occupation titles, the degree of skill sharing, and direct links to live job orders. The Explorer is differentiated from other products in that it makes explicit what skills are shared between which occupations. Fundamentally, the application is usable by a wide variety of folks, including job seekers, hiring managers, and stakeholders engaged in workforce development. Here at the DWD, we are excited to make it available to our customers.